Hi, on today's video I'm going to show you how to make homemade pizza. Don't be intimidated. It's a very easy recipe. We're going to start with a cup of water that needs to be between 100 to 110 degrees, which I have right here. We're going to add a packet of active dry yeast to this water. And we're going to add a half a teaspoon of sugar to that. Just to help activate the yeast and give it a little food to eat on there. Stir this up. We're going to let this set for about 5 minutes. While that's setting, we're going to move on to the other ingredients. Next, we need 2 cups of all-purpose flour, a half a teaspoon of sugar, and a half a teaspoon of salt. Now, a hand mixer will not do justice here. You really should use a stand mixer like here with a dough hook if you have one. If you don't, you can still do this. You're just going to have to do all the kneading by hand. With a stand mixer, it's going to go a lot faster and a lot easier. I'm just going to turn this on for a second. Just mix that up really quick. When the yeast is ready, I will be back. Okay, so the yeast water has been setting. You can see there's like a foam on top. That means the yeast is active and alive. And that's what we need. We're going to dump this right in here. And we're going to start mixing it up. Now you may have to go along the edge here, just for a second here, and scrape this down in there, which is normal. Doesn't look like much now, but it will come together and form a good dough. So, see how the ball is starting to pull away from the bowl? That is a good dough, nice and good here, and it's made it into a complete ball here. It's going to be a little sticky, which is okay. If it's too sticky, you can add some more flour. If it's a little dry, you can add just a little more water to it. We're going to take a little olive oil, put it in a bowl, spread it all around so it's nice and oiled up. Okay, so now the dough is in there. I've rolled it around a little bit to keep them from sticking to the bowl. We're going to cover this, put this in a warm place. Want it to double in size, which takes about an hour. Okay, so here's our dough. It has definitely doubled in size. I'm going to take some flour here, put it on the surface here. We're going to punch this dough down just to get all the air bubbles out. I'm going to roll it onto a well floured surface. Okay, once it's on the floured surface, we're just going to put some flour here on the top. I'm going to knead this a couple of times. Just fold it over, fold it in, fold it in. It is really pliable and looks good. And there's a nice ball. When you press it, it should bounce right back, and it bounces right back, so it is really good to go here. Okay, so we've got our dough. We're going to just roll this out a little bit here. We're just going to stretch it out. And make it into a round circle here for a pizza. Keep rolling, keep rolling. Okay, so I don't have a round pan, so I'm just going to put this actually on a cookie sheet. Stretch out a little bit. Doesn't matter. Pizzas don't need to be round. They can be square. They can be whatever shape you want them to be. Still going to be delicious. And try to get it smooth here. Now we're just going to take a corner. We're just going to fold over a little bit to make a little edge. Okay, so the dough is made. I've got a little edge around all the ways around there, so you can see. So I'm going to cover this, put it in the refrigerator. Now, if you're going to make this pizza right away, you can just go ahead and put the sauce on, the cheese on, and your toppings on. But I'm actually going to make this a little later for dinner. So we're going to cover this and I'll be back. Okay, so we have our pizza crust here ready to go. Preheat the oven to 425. We're going to add some olive oil to the pizza crust here. And just use a brush, brushing around. Okay, so the olive oil's been spread across. Now you're going to take your favorite pizza sauce and just spread it around down there. Don't need a lot here. I'll thin this out here. Okay, so the sauce is all spread around there. Next, we're going to add some cheese to it, mozzarella cheese. The cheese is spread out. Next, you can choose any of your toppings that you'd like. I pre-cooked some Italian sausage, and I'm just going to sprinkle that around on the pizza. Here's the completed pizza. It goes in the oven for 10 to 12 minutes, and we'll check on it. And here is the finished pizza. The crust looks delicious. Here's the bottom part here. Looking really good. Hopefully it's going to taste good. I'll let you know. Definitely a good pizza. I would definitely make this again.